to another episode of Rhymes World of Boxing. Let's get it. Alright, I want to get into this fight night preview video. The fight's taking place July 23rd, 2022. Well, Saturday, July 23rd, 2022 on ESPN Plus. It's going to be taking place in Minnesota. It's a top-ranked event. Bob Arum, all those guys. It's going to come on at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Alright? Let's get into the contests. The main event is going to be between Joet Gonzalez and Isaac Dogboe. Joet Gonzalez is 25-2, 15 KOs, 28 years of age. He's an orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'6" with a 70-inch reach from Glendora, California, but he's living in Los Angeles, California. His last fight was a 9th round TKO win versus Gio Santism, who was 21-3, and that fight transpired March of 2022. A key loss Joet Gonzalez has on his record was against Shakur Stevenson and Emmanuel Navarrete. Shakur Stevenson in 2019 and Navarrete in 2021. Both guys are champions and, you know, the man at their weight class, 130. So, yeah, that's nothing to be ashamed of, losing to both those guys. That's some good experience, too. All right, let's get to his opponent. Isaac Dogboe. He's 23-2, 15 KOs, 27 years of age. He's an orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'4" with a 64-inch reach. He's from Ghana, but he's living in Tampa Bay, Florida. His last contest was majority decision win versus Christopher Diaz, who was 26-3. November of 2021. A key opponent Isaac Dogboe has Emmanuel Navarrete. He suffered both of his losses to Emmanuel Navarrete, back-to-back losses. One was sorry about that. One when Navarrete was 26-1, and the other one Navarrete was 25-1. 2018 and 2019. Isaac Dogboe, he's an energetic fighter in there, man. Yeah, man. Joet Gonzalez, he's a laid-back fighter, man. Fucking styles are gonna clash in this one, man. I'm looking forward to it. Quick prediction: I got Joet Gonzalez. I fuck with Joet, no lie. I feel like he's there, man. He just went against the two wrong guys at 130, but I feel like he can be a champion at 130 pounds, and he's on his way with this fight. I got a unanimous decision win, Joet Gonzalez. All right, let's get to the next fight on the card. It's their undercard. It's a 10-round contest at lightweight. Lightweight is 135 pounds, if you did know. It's between Gabriel Floyd Jr. and Giovanni Carrera. Gabriel Floyd Jr., he's 21-1 with 7 KOs, 22 years of age. He's an orthodox style fighter. He's from Stockton, California, but he's living in Las Vegas, Nevada. He's 5'9" with a 69.5-inch reach. His last fight was a majority decision win versus Abraham Montoya, who was 20-2 with 1 draw at the time they clashed, March of 2022. A key opponent Gabriel Floyd Jr. has on his record was where he suffered his loss from. A unanimous decision loss, mind you, to Luis Lopez. And that fight transpired September of 2021. And that was a shocker, man. Nobody was expecting Luis Lopez to beat Gabe Floyd Jr., but he did. I actually went to Gabe Floyd Jr. last fight. I think it was his last fight, the one that was in Fresno. And, I was sitting with his family, and yeah, man, they made me, you know, fuck with Gabriel Floyd Jr., man. You know, just seeing what kind of love they had for him and how they was pulling for him, man. So, let's go G Squad. That's what they're calling me, G Squad. Let's go G Squad. All right, let's get to his opponent, Giovanni Carrera. Giovanni Carrera is 20-0, 7 KOs, 28 years of age, orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'9" with a 71-inch reach from Seattle, but he's living in Chicago. His last fight was a unanimous decision win versus Ikaos Aroja, who was 21-4 in that. Yeah. I was looking at Giovanni Carrera record for key opposition. He has no key opposition at the moment. G Squad is going to be his first opponent of fighting. Well, his first time fighting a 10-round contest and his first time fighting an opponent of, noteworthy. An opponent with a name. So, yeah, man, I'm looking to see if he has what it takes, man, at that next level, Giovanni Carrera being. And I'm looking to see if Gabriel Floyd Jr., man, he could beat an undefeated fighter, man, and get back on that bike, man. Continue his winning ways. All right, let's get into the next undercard fight. It's a 6-round contest at featherweight. Featherweight is 126 pounds, if you didn't know. It's between Haven Brady Jr. and Dante Randall. Haven Brady Jr. is 6-0 with 4 KOs, 20 years of age. He's orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'6" with a 68.5-inch reach from Albany, Georgia. His last fight was a 4th-round TKO win versus Jose Angel, who was 8-2, and that fight transpired March of 2022. Haven Brady Jr. has no key opposition at the moment. His opponent, Dante Randall, he's 3-0 with 3 KOs. He stands at 5'5" from St. Louis, Missouri. His last fight was a 2nd-round KO win versus Roy Garcia Jr., who was 1-3. Yeah, cab driver, tomato can. And that fight transpired July of 2021. I was looking at Dante Randall record for key opposition. He has no key opposition at the moment. I feel like Haven Brady Jr., this is your first time going against another undefeated fighter, man. This is a lightweight test for you, but I like Haven Brady Jr., and I feel like he should get the job done. Yeah, I don't know how, but I know it's going to be a win, man. Let's say, man, let's jump on a limb. 3rd-round KO win, Haven Brady Jr. All right, let's get to the next fight on the card. It's a 6-round contest at middleweight. Middleweight is 160 pounds, if you didn't know. Between Javier Martinez and Chino. Javier Martinez is 6-0 with 2 KOs, 26 years of age. He's a southpaw. He stands at 6'1" with a 72-inch reach. He's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. His last fight was a unanimous decision win versus Dante Stubbs, who was 6-3, and that fight transpired March of 2022. Javier Martinez has no key opposition. All right, let's get to his opponent, Chino. He's 7-0 with 1 draw, 6 KOs, 25 years of age. He's an orthodox style fighter. He stands at 6 foot even with a 73.5-inch reach. He's from Davenport, Iowa. His last fight was a 2nd-round TKO win versus Keith Debo. Cab driver, tomato can. Keith Debo was 5'19" with 2 draws. And that fight transpired February of 2022. Chino Hill has no key opposition. Most of these undercard fights has no key opposition. I'm not even finna keep listening to letting you know they don't have no key opposition, because they don't. It's early on in their career. So, yeah. All right, let's get into the next undercard fight. It's an 8-round contest at heavyweight. Heavyweight is the big boys. All right, it's between Guido, Vinello, and Raphael Rios. Guido Vinello is 8-0 with 1 draw, 8 KOs. He's orthodox style fighter, stands at 6'6" with a 79-inch reach from Italy, but he's living in Las Vegas. His last fight was a 2nd-round TKO win versus Marlon Williams, and that fight transpired June of 2021. Let's get into his opponent, Raphael Rios. He's 11-3 with 8 KOs. He's orthodox style fighter. He stands at 6'6" also. He's from Tijuana, Mexico. But he's living in San Diego. His last fight was a 2nd-round KO loss. I repeat, a loss to Carlos Negron, who was 21-3. And that fight transpired November of 2020. All right. Let's get into the next fight on the undercard. It's a 4-round contest at heavyweight. Heavyweight is the big boys. It's between Antonio Morales and Denny Reyes. Antonio Morales is 3-0 with 3 KOs, 25 years of age. He stands at 6'9". Jesus, he's big as hell. With an 85-inch reach. Pause too. With 85-inch reach, he's from Iowa. His last fight was a second-round KO win versus Brandon Hughes, who was 2-0. And that fight transpired March of 2022. All right, let's get to his opponent, Denny Reyes. Denny Reyes is 3-2 with 1 KO, 32 years of age. He's an Orthodox style fighter, stands at 6 foot even. He's from Cuba, but he's living in Minnesota. So basically, it's a hometown fight for you. His last fight was a first-round DQ loss versus Thomas Mathelin, January of 2022. Mathelin was 1-0 at the time they clashed. I don't know why he got DQ, but they said the motherfucker got DQ'd. Yeah. All right, let's get to the next fight I want to talk about on the card. It's a 4-round contest at lightweight. Lightweight is 135 pounds, if you didn't know. Between Abdullah Mason, Nelson Morales. Abdullah Mason is 2-0 with 2 KOs, 18 years of age. He's a southpaw. He stands at 5'9" with a 74-inch reach from Bedford, Iowa, but he's living in Cleveland, Ohio. He's from Bedford, Ohio, but he's living in Cleveland, Ohio. His last fight was a first-round TKO win versus Luciano Ramos, April of 2020. Hell no, April of 2022. That was a misprint. I know for sure he didn't fought, before after 2020. So April 2022. Let's put that. All right, let's go to the opponent, Nelson Morales. Nelson Morales is 2-1 with no KOs. He's 30 years of age. He's an Orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'10" with a 72-inch reach. He's from Dominican Republic, but he's living in Pennsylvania. His last fight was a unanimous decision loss versus Giovanni Marquez, who was making his debut. So he lost to a fighter who was making his debut, and that fight transpired March of 2022. Yeah. I feel like Abdullah Mason gonna make easy work because you already lost to somebody who was making his debut. Abdullah Mason, nothing to be played with. All right, let's get to the next fight on the card. It's a 4-round contest at light heavyweight. Sorry about that. Light heavyweight is 175 pounds, if you didn't know. Between Dante Benjamin Jr. and Corey Thompson. Dante Benjamin Jr. is 1-0 with 1 KO, 20 years of age. He's an Orthodox style fighter, stands at 6 foot even. He's from Cleveland, Ohio. His last fight was a unanimous decision win versus Kevin Johnson, who was against Kevin Johnson, who was 2-0, and that fight transpired March of 2022. All right, let's get to his opponent, Corey Thompson. He's 4-0 with 3 KOs, 34 years of age. He's an Orthodox style fighter. He stands at 6'1". He's from Minnesota. His last fight was a 4th-round KO win versus Blake Bergerson, who was making his debut, and that fight transpired April of 2022. Yeah. Let's get to the next fight on the card. It's a 6-round contest at middleweight. Middleweight is 160 pounds, if you didn't know. It's between Antonio Woods and Darryl Jones. Antonio Woods is 10-0 with 8 KOs, 28 years of age. He's an Orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'11". He's from Iowa, but he's living in Minnesota. Basically a hometown fight for him as well. His last fight was a second-round TKO win versus John Brewer. John Brewer was 3-4-1, and that fight transpired February of 2022. All right, let's get to his opponent, Darryl Jones. He's 4-4 with 1 draw, 2 KOs. He's 33 years of age. He's an Orthodox style fighter. He stands at 5'11" with a 73-inch reach from Northport, Florida. His last fight was a first-round TKO loss. I repeat, a loss to Samuel Arnold, who was 4-0, and that fight transpired April of 2022. All right, let's get to the next card I want to talk about, or the next fight I want to talk about on the card. It's a 4-round contest at heavyweight. Heavyweight is the big boys, as I done stated. It's between Colton Warner and James Barnes. Colton Warner is 4-1 with 3 KOs, 31 years of age. He stands at 6'5". He's from Apple Valley, Minnesota. His last fight was a first-round KO win versus Anthony Garrett, and that fight transpired April of 22. Let's get to his opponent, James Barnes. He's 1-2 with 1 KO. He's an Orthodox style fighter, stands at 6'1". He's from Minnesota, hometown fight for him. His last fight was a first-round KO loss. I repeat, a loss versus Michael Birthmark. That nigga last name Birthmark. I ain't never heard that. And Birthmark was 2-1 Well, no, shit. Birthmark was 2011. God damn, he was a cab driver tomato can. Woo! God damn, birthmark. And that fight transpired July of 2021. All right, let's get into the final fight I want to talk about on the card. Well, I ain't even going to talk about it. The fight is between, what's a 4-round contest at heavyweight. Heavyweight is the big boys. The fight is between Cayman Adi and Anthony Garrett. Cayman Adi is 1-1, and Anthony Garrett is 1-1. Yeah, man, I ain't going to, that's about it. All I got for them 1-1 guys. But yeah, man, if you can, man, check the card out, man. It's going to be a good-ass card, man. All these guys are young and up-and-coming, man. We got some dogs on here, man. I'm telling you, man, it's the future of boxing on this card, man. So, yeah, man, check it out, man, on ESPN Plus, man. I told you, man, Bob Arum put on the best cards, man. Take my word for it, man. But, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit, people. Rob's World of Boxing.